Alrighty, so it's been a minute. The kids' language, right? It's probably been a couple of weeks for adult language or age majority language, but uh, since I made a video. Now, where the storm clouds are gathering kind of had me investigate a little bit on Title 15 U.S. codes 1601 up to 16, I believe 69. But I found this video and I thought it was interesting because of the 1602 and about driver's license. I'm arm length, y'all. Not knowledgeable enough to really have full knowledge of this. So take it with a grain of salt. Why? Because I'm not an attorney and I'm not giving advice. Just opinion, thinking outside the box. Because we never look straight forward, always look around you to be able to protect yourself by any means necessary, right? So the only way we can protect ourselves by any means necessary is not just go by one straight line by hearsay. You got to investigate everything around it, okay? So this may or may not be true. However, she's on Cornell law, so use y'all's discretion, okay? All right, so again, this is for educational purposes only, okay? It's not no type of legal advice from me, or my opinions are not legal advice, it's just my opinions, okay? All right, so let's, let me, TAMRA, and then T dot Bush, BUSH, if you want to check out the whole video, because I'm not going to do the whole video, it's pretty long. Alright, here we go. Oh, by the way, hint, hint, okay? Is a driver's license a credit card? Let's find out together.
There's so many definitions, but these, I'm going to go over the ones that I want to, be able to provide clarity on. J, the terms open-ended credit plan. Open-end credit plan. Okay, let's look at it. The terms open-end credit plan. An open-end consumer credit plan means a plan under which the creditor reasonably contemplates repeated transactions. So what is a repeated transaction? Something that you have to pay on regularly, something that is revolving, something that can go on forever. So what is an account that you know of that's revolving, or something that's basically going to go on forever unless the creditor closes the account or you choose to close the account as a consumer, right? Credit cards. It's a credit card. Okay, so let's continue to read. Repeated transactions, which prescribes the terms of such transactions, which provide for a finance charge which may be computed from time to time on the outstanding unpaid principal balance. A credit plan, or an open-end consumer credit plan, which is an open-end credit plan or an open-end consumer credit plan within the meaning of the preceding sentence. So basically, they're just saying that it's open-ended. So what does open-ended mean? Open-ended means there is no limit. But when we go to apply for a credit card, the credit card companies assign us a limit based on what they perceive our credit worthiness to be. But Congress is defining an open-ended credit plan as pretty much any account that contemplates repeated transactions. So if Congress is telling you that an open-ended credit plan is something that has repeated transactions, when I look at the definition of an open-end credit plan, that tells me that my credit card should be open-ended, that there should be no limit, right? That there should be no limit. So just think about that for a second. Why aren't all of our credit cards open-ended? They're supposed to be open-ended. Think about it for a second. And this is a federal definition, right? This is not something that I just made up. I'm literally reading from the definition. open-ended. So keep that in the back of your mind when I go into additional lessons to provide clarity on more subchapters within truth in lending. Okay, so the term credit card. Now this right here, when we think of a credit card, we think of Discover Card, MasterCard, Visa. You're thinking of, an actual credit card. We're thinking of, a credit card, right? Now, Congress defines a credit card as any card. Now, remember when I went over these definitions and I said anytime that you see the word any, that means all. So that means all cards. So what other cards do you have in your wallet besides your credit card? What are some of the other cards that you have in your wallet? Do I have my wallet? Yeah, I have it. What's another card that you have in your wallet? That's an actual card. Oh. Okay. What's another card that you have in your wallet? Is this not a card? That's the back of my driver's license for those of you that may not be able to see. That's my driver's license. It says any card, does it not? Is this not a card? The term credit card means any card, plate. What do you know is a plate? What plates do you know of that exist, right? It says plates. The only plate that I know of is a license plate. What other plates are there? The only plate that I know of is a license plate. Okay, so the term credit card means any card, credit card, driver's license, plate, license plate, coupon book, or other credit device existing for the purpose of obtaining money, property, labor, or services on credit. Now, let's go back and look at the definition of plate. Okay, when you're driving along up the street, right, speeding, whatever, you get pulled over by you know who, and what is the first thing that they ask you for? Your driver's license. It says any card. So are they not asking you for your credit card? Your credit card. Your driver's license is any card. It's a credit card. It means any card. What other cards do you have in your wallet? You have your credit card, your driver's license, which is also a card. You have your social security card. Remember, the definition means any card. So isn't your social security card a card? Right? The officer funds your license plate, your plate, so that he can charge your credit card. Your license plate is a credit card. This is why they use the terminology charge. You have been charged with a speeding ticket. You have been charged with a misdemeanor. You have been charged with a felony, because they are literally charging your open-ended credit card, i.e. your social security card, your driver's license card, your license plate, which Congress defines as a credit card. Coupon book. We don't receive coupon books in the mail anymore because we have a system of electronic payments that we use to pay our bills. But back in the day, didn't we used to get like an actual coupon book where you rip out the coupon, you put it in the envelope and you attach your check to it and you mail the payment in? That was a coupon book. That was also a credit card. Congress defines a coupon book as a credit card or other credit device existing for the purpose of obtaining money, property, labor, or services on credit. So the reason why I wanted to go over this definition is because I'm trying to show you that every single thing that we do every day of our life is some sort of consumer credit transaction. It is a business transaction, right? It's a transaction. Everything in this world is commerce. It's all commerce. So if you're thinking, okay, well, you got a speeding ticket, and that's just the normal course of business. You were speeding, but the officer charged your credit card, and they wrote you a ticket that they expect you to pay, right? Anytime that someone is asking you for your social security number, they're asking you for your credit card. So there's transactions that are happening on the private side of things that you have no clue about. And so this is what Congress is speaking about when they're talking about the uninformed use of credit, the informed use of credit. Because your credit card, i.e., your ID, your license plate, your social security card, is constantly being charged without your informed consent. There are transactions happening behind the scenes that you have no clue about. There are people making money off of your credit card, but you're not benefiting from those transactions. You are not benefiting. So this is what this means. And remember, everything is commerce. Everything is commerce. So anytime that we're doing something, anytime something happens, if it's not something that's happening within the private confines of our own home, once we go out into the world, pretty much any interaction that we have with people or companies or officers is all considered a consumer credit transaction, because they are literally charging your credit card, your social security card, which is the original open-ended credit plan. The original credit card. If you go and speak to one of your elders, the social security card used to look completely different. It actually had an account number on the social security card. And you can probably pull up a picture of it online, right? The original social security card. It looks completely different than what it looks like right now. It actually had an account number on it. Let me see if I can pull up a copy. Yeah, so here's, see if you guys can see this. This. Right? Let me know if you all can see this. This is what one of the older social security cards looked like, right? It actually had an account number. Okay, well, what is that account number for? Who controls the account number? Who benefits from the account number? Who can utilize the account number, right? And so over the years, social security card, they changed the way that it looks because people were beginning to get wind that the social security card is the original credit card. So where do you think Discover Card, MasterCard, Visa, American Express, where do you think all of these companies came up with the idea of a credit card? Right? They got the idea from the original credit card. This is the original credit card. Right? What does it say? Account number has been established for. These are some of the older samples of what the original credit cards look like. And over the years, they changed it. They switched it up. They definitely switched it up. Right? Account number. It actually said account number on it.
All right, so we're going to end it there. But it was a little idea and thought it was interesting. Mainly your driver's license and the plates on your vehicle. So even when you have these plates and driver's license, you are actually in commerce, right? So even though the Supreme Court says you don't have to have these things because you're not operating in commerce, but when you have the plates and your driver's license, still stands that you're operating in commerce. So it's for y'all to decide, one way or the other, whether to cancel your driver's license or your plates, keep it active, and just go ahead and challenge them. Just say you got a driver's license and plates, just in case you are when or if you operate in commerce. All right? That way you don't have to go down and get your plates and do it all at the last moment. So that's what I would probably tell him. But at the particular present time, when you speak to the officer, you make sure you let him know that you are not operating at the present time in commerce. Okay? So that way they can separate the two. Okay? And must say it 3 times, because that's what courts like to do. 3 times. Everything's threes. 3, 3, 3. All right? So, but that's what I would do. Even though you got plates and driver's license, you have them just in case you operate in commerce. At the present time, my guest beside me or family is not a passenger, and I'm not operating in particular commerce. You guys figure out how to word that correctly, because, once again, the Fifth Amendment thing. So, questions, never give answers, right? Am I operating in commerce at the present time you pull me over? Yes or no? Things like that. All right, this will be the People News. Bye, y'all.